Hi, I'm coming to you with a review on this Loreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation. It's not new to the market, but some of you have requested I do a review and say whether I like this foundation or not, so I'm bringing to you the review. Want to hear my thoughts on this particular foundation? Please continue watching and stay to the end because I will be announcing the winner of the giveaway, the small giveaway that I had about a week plus ago. I'll let you know who the winner is and like how you can contact me. So let's dive into the review of this product. So I am wearing this foundation. It's called the Loreal Infallible Pro Matte. It's and I'm using the shade 107 Fresh Beige. I'm not sure how I feel in terms of shade wise with this. I do think that I'm not sure if I should go one shade lighter or one shade darker, just because it's starting to appear a bit too it's more like yellow. You can see that it's not, generally I go with cool tone foundations and this more or less is warm. So, but I know there is a pretty decent range. You have from like 100 to I don't know wherever. I haven't checked to see what the darkest shade, but I know for sure that this is one of the foundations where darker skin tones can find colors to suit them. I don't know about the very dark, but I know darker skin tones because one of my best friends, she is pretty dark and she got a match with this. I will read the claims and then I'll just talk to you guys and tell you guys how it worked for me. So it says up to 24-hour foundation. I can tell you it's not 24 hours, but it is long wearing. In terms of long wearing, I do think you get a good 12 hours. I've had situations where I either was in the sun, I sweat, and I realized that the foundation was still pretty much intact. I did have to blot or add some powder. And I've also slept with this foundation. Yes, wherever I slept did get it did transfer a bit, but when I woke up I still had enough foundation on that I didn't look really crazy. So I know it's long wear. I did sleep with it, wake up back. I'm not talking about it like a full night, maybe just like a hour nap or something. I've happened to just fall asleep during the day and it worked. And also it did work with true like climate change in terms of it being rain. I did go through rain with it already and I didn't notice any, like it bled or anything with the rain. I mean, if water does come into contact with your face, you may see it. I do set my face and I noticed that with some foundation, when you set your face, you do see patches. I didn't really notice that with it as much as some other foundation. So I do think overall it is like a really good long wear foundation. It's demi matte finish. I do think it's like matte. The demi matte I can't see because I find that if I don't moisturize my face well, I do see patches, like dry patches. So I'm predominantly, like my face, I'm generally oily combo, but I've noticed that as I get older my face is starting to get like dry patches, and I think that's normal signs of aging. So I need to like use different, maybe step up my moisturizer. So I'm working on that. But I did notice that when I use this foundation as again something else, that I do need to use a really good moisturizer. Otherwise I would look kind of, I don't want to say crazy, but it will look very patchy, and you can obviously see that I have on foundation. And I think that's pretty much it's a light. It is very light. Now I did get a lighter shade. This is 107, but I got 103. That was like gifted to me, or I bought it. I think actually no, not gifted. I did get that with a bundle deal of foundations that I picked up from one of those Facebook groups that do trading and stuff like that, and the 103 was in it. Now that's extremely light, but I would use it, mix it with darker foundations so that I can try to match my skin, and it worked really well. What I loved was how light it feels on your face. Generally, if you put on a powder to set it, which I do, like a colored powder, you feel more of that powder than you actually feel the foundation. If you wear put on moisturizer and put it on right away, you feel more of the moisturizer than this foundation. I find it's really light. I love how, like, I love that I don't feel my face. I can pack it on, I still don't feel cakey, and that's where you have to be so careful. This is so easy for you to pack it on because you feel like, oh, I put it on and I don't have on foundation, so you want to double up. No, that's just how it is. And the last claim is that it's oil free. I can definitely say it is oil free. It works amazing to control my oil, and I don't right now set it with a mattifying powder. I notice if I set it with like rice powder or anything that's mattifying, it gets really matte. My face can start to look all cakey. So I use a mineral powder from City Color that I'm setting it with. When I'm finished with that, I will be using another mineral powder until I finish with this, just because I think the mineral powders do let your face breathe a bit, give some level of moisture to your face, as against rice powder or any setting powder that requires your face to be matte. If you want a really matte face and you don't have acne scarring where you have to conceal and have like extra layers of things on your face, then I am assuming that you could try using one of those powders because it will work well. I did try a blotting powder with it, and I noticed that I did not get that cakey look, so that you can touch up with a blotting powder after you set your foundation. You will not look cakey, but to go with some like rice powder or anything that is like mattifying again, to me just runs this into becoming dry, making your face look dry. If you are somebody who has really dry skin, I don't recommend this because I think it mattifies you so much that it makes your face or accentuates any cracks or flakiness on your face. It's best method of application, and I have a new brush here. This is one of the BH brush, but I realized that these kabuki brushes are like the best way for me personally to apply it. I do have a couple that I did purchase from eBay, and that's more or less what I'm using right now. This is actually new, but I did use another BH brush with it, with the angled one to that, and it worked perfect. I have tried this with I don't have the beauty blender, but with my Real Technique sponge, or with those other sponges that you can buy from eBay, or a lot of beauty supply brands now carry them, and I think it's okay if you want a really light coverage. If you have really amazing skin, then that is going to add a little moisture in the application, so you're not going to look that dry out. However, once you apply it and you set it, you would get that matte look. But I have a lot of imperfections. I have large pores, I have acne scarring, acne, and all those things to deal with, and I find that when I use those sponges, it dilutes it and I don't get fuller coverage. With those kabuki brushes, I definitely get a fuller coverage, and I find I can stipple it or pounce it into my face, and it goes in, settles into the pores. I do use primer with it, and the primer that I love using it right now is actually the NYX Pore Filler. I have a review already on this primer. You can definitely check out my channel. Moisturizer that I use with it that works really well is this Caramia, and I also pulled out this recently, and this is a face oil, says H2O plus, and this is just very hydrating. I just noticed that I need something that is a little more hydrating to help, you know, me not look that the dry patches to accentuate. But overall, I really love this. I do have a lighter shade and a darker shade in this, so I have 106 and 107. I still have some of the 103 that I will mix with maybe very moisturizing, like my Jordana 3-in-1 foundation, which is a bit more moisturizing. I will mix the darker one with the 103 and really get good coverage and a good feel. That's a little heavier to the skin than this is, so you wouldn't get a light feel when you mix it. But overall, I really like this. I would repurchase this. I have been recommending this to a number of friends. So if you want to try more of a medium to full coverage foundation that helps, you know, makes you look mattified or keeps you mattified or your face, then I would definitely recommend this. It's a little more pricey than the CoverGirl 3-in-1, which I do like, but I like that this is a squeeze through. The packaging is pretty nice for storage, and I find that you don't have to really worry about it like a cap breaking and that kind of stuff. It's pretty sturdy. It's in a tube, and you squirt it out and squeeze it out, as again some of the others that don't have a pump. I do like pump foundation, but tubes work as great for me, because I just wanted to be able, you know, me be able to use it and use all of it. When it's in this format, you're able to use pretty much all of the foundation. So I like that. And you do, this color here actually does go after you've used some of or most of the products, so you can get a gauge into like where you're at. overall it's an amazing foundation, packaging wise and everything. I think L'Oreal did really great with this. Haven't used their powder that goes with this or the spray, the satin spray. I do want to use at least a satin spray before I try the powder, because I just have a lot of powders. But because I've enjoyed this product so much, I do want to try the other items within the Pro Matte line. That's to tell you how much how great I feel about this. Now on to the winner of my giveaway. Sorry, I have to look on my phone. And the winner is Natasha Ramlal. Congratulations, girl! You won this giveaway. Well, the giveaway that ended on, I think it was, was it November? No, December 6th or something like that. That ended there. That's the small little giveaway that I had. Yes, it's, let me just double check that. I should have done all that. But yes, it ended on December 6th. And so you have, this video is going to upload somewhere around Wednesday or Thursday. You have until Friday, which is the 11th of, give and take the 11th and 12th, maybe the end of the 12th, that to contact me. You can send a message here, or you can check my Facebook page as sweetzrv and message me there, or you can email me at roannavm@gmail.com. Either one of those is okay, and we'll just chat to meet up. If you don't and you're unable to make contact with me by, say, Saturday night, I will put out a video with either Sunday or Monday of the new winner. So that's it. I have a new giveaway coming up. I actually am going to film it right after this one. Make sure and enter, and that'll be like my last giveaway for this year. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. Thank you everyone who entered. I appreciate everyone who takes time off to watch my video, and more or less really those who comment and thumbs up my video. I appreciate your support so much. So until next time.